What a summer it's been, our best for 6 years, and it was all the more remarkable because it came in after a cold, late spring. The biggest winners really of all have been what we call the warmth-loving insects. That's your butterflies, moths, bees, crickets, grasshoppers, those sort of people. They abounded once the heat kicked in July.
Many of our late winter and early spring plants had incredibly long flowering seasons, snowdrops, daffodils, primrose and bluebells, simply because of the cold, slow spring. Inevitably, the year had its wildlife losers, really because the cold late spring was a very difficult time for a lot of wildlife. Barn owls in particular suffered badly then, but it was difficult for breeding frogs and toads, and indeed for many mammals just out of hibernation, although the mammals actually picked up well during the summer. Our deer went into their autumn rut in incredibly good condition.
A fantastic autumn for apples, other berries, fruits, seeds, nuts and so on. Nature's bounty was really at its best because of good weather during the flowering and pollination period.
It was a remarkably poor year for garden aphids, or yippee, say the gardeners, but the downside of that is that the common seven-spot ladybird, which preys on aphids, and indeed various species of hoverfly, which do the same thing, had a really difficult time and were really very scarce. And there are knock-ons of that for some of the birds, notably tits, which devour a lot of aphids. The cold March really upset last year's wildlife winners, the slugs, because they cannot really cope with very cold weather. And then the great drought of July and August knocked them back further. But like the Daleks, they will return. As for our Wildlife Winner of the Year award, well, we got to give it to the butterflies. Most did spectacularly well, particularly after having a dismal time in 2012. So 2013 goes down as the year of the butterfly.
Never underestimate nature.